Hello, Legacy Sabers. Marsh here. So today we're going to talk about arithmetic series. So this is very similar to the arithmetic sequences that we recently have spoken about, except for the fact that you're going to add the terms together to find the sum. So first thing, we need to review. How do you write a series with summation notation? So again, we need to find the pattern. Notice we're adding 3 each time. So that's my constant difference. So I can write the rule as 3n. And then, well, if I started my count at 1, because it's a series, right? So we're going to have summation. That would get me my rule, right? So 3 times 1 is 3, that kind of stuff. Because technically I could write it as 3n minus 1 plus 3, right? Which would distribute to just be 3n if I wanted to write it in the fancier way. But I'm just going to write it as 3n. And then I need to figure out what's the upper limit, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going up to 4 to get that. So my series would be written as the summation notation. The sum from 1 to 4 of 3n is what I would read that answer as. And then, how do you find the sum of an arithmetic series? Well, in this fact, we just honestly just plug in numbers, right? So they want to start at 1, we got to go up to 10. So I'm going to plug 1 in. That's 8. Plug in 2. That's going to give me 13. Plug 3 in. That's going to give me 18. Plug 4 in. That's going to give me 23. Plug 5 in. That's going to give me 28. Plug 6 in. It's going to give me 33. 7 is going to give me 38. 8 is going to give me 43. 9 is going to give me 48. And 10 is going to give me 53. Now I need to find the sum. So that means I got to add all those together. So I gotta go 8 plus 13 plus 18 plus 23 plus 28 plus 33 plus 38 plus 43 plus 48 plus 53. And I get an answer of 305. So that is the sum of this arithmetic series. Let's try another one. So I got to find the sum of the first 25 terms. I notice this is decreasing by 2 each time. So by noticing that, I can start writing the rule, right? So it's -2, and this is technically 1 comma 20 for an ordered pair. So I can go -2 n minus 1 plus 20. And then I'm going to distribute. So -2n plus 22 looks as like what my sum would be. So summation notation at n equals 1 to 25 is what they want me to find. Wow, this is going to take a little bit. Well, I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got the first 4 terms. Let's find the 5th term here. Well, it would be 12. 6 would be 10, because I'm decreasing by 2 each time, right? 7 would be 8. 8 would be 6. 9 would be 4. 10 would be 2. 11 would be 0. 12 would be -2. Oh, 13, -4. 14, -6. I'm going to mess up when I'm counting here. -8. 16, -10. 17, -12, 18, -14, 19, -16, 20, -18, 21 is -20, 22 is -22. That's kind of weird. I'm running out of room to write things. 23 is -24. 24 is -26, and holy, 25 is -28. Whee! Okay, let's do some math. So 20 plus 18 plus 16 plus 14 plus 12 plus 10 plus 8 plus 6 plus 4 plus 2 plus 0, which is nothing. Negative 2 plus negative 4 plus negative 6 plus negative 8 plus negative 10 plus negative 12 plus negative 14 plus negative 16 plus negative 18, negative 20, negative 22, 24, 26, and 28. I get negative 100 for an answer there. Oy. Now, that's all fine and dandy, right? But that took forever. Is there a simpler way to simplify this? Can we do this differently? Let's take a look at example 3 again. So, is there a formula that I can come up with that might help me? Is it something with the 20 and the 28? Something, I gotta get somehow that 100 out of there, right? Well, 8 times 25 is not it. So, something I noticed, 20 and 28, that would give me negative 8, right? Times 25 would give me negative 200, but I divide by 2, that would give me negative 100. I wonder if that would work for this one too. My first term was 8. My second term was 53. And I basically subtracted, or added, I guess, because it was negative. So 53 would give me 61. And then what did I do? I multiplied by the top term, so 10. And then I divided by, guess what, guys? I think I found the formula. It is this. So the sum of the first n terms in the arithmetic series is n, number of terms, times the first term, plus a sub n, so this is the term at nth spot, and then divide by 2. So this is what term are you looking at? And then a sub 1 is the first guy. Okay, so basically first plus last divided by 2 times how many you got. All right, let's consider this arithmetic sequence. I got 20, 18, 16, 14. I want to find the n such that my sum is negative 760. So I got that formula again, right? So I got to do some information here. I don't know n, but I do know s sub n, right? So I'm going to make a little note what my little formula is here. So that way I can remember what it is. There we go. So I know what s sub n is. It's negative 760. I don't know n. I do know a sub 1, though. That's 20, right? I don't know a sub n. I could divide by 2. What could I do? What could I do? Well, a sub n is equal to the sequence, right? Because when we've been writing sequences, we always write a sub n. So what if I found the sequence for this and substituted? Because I have a lot of variables right now. I can't have 2 variables. I want to find n. I want n to be the only variable. So why can't I make a sub n a formula? Well, the sequence here, we're dropping by 2. This is 1 comma 20 right here. So I could write this ordered pair, or this formula for this series or sequence for negative 2, n minus 1 plus 20, which simplifies into negative 2 plus 22, it seems like. Which I think I just did this sequence, didn't I? I did. I was like, I've seen this before. Well, this is just a sub n, right? So I'm going to go pop it in there and make it cook for a minute, because it's just substitution. So I'm going to go negative 2n plus 22 divided by 2. Just substitute what a sub n is. Just found it. Well, I can actually like clean this up here. That's like negative 760 n 42 minus 2n over 2, right? That's probably what that is, which I can simplify. I'm going to make that negative 760 equals n. What is that? 21 minus n. So if I distribute n in, run it out of room here, peeps. I'm going to move over here. Negative 760 is equal to 21n minus n squared. I want to move everybody to the same side, so I'm going to move everybody to the left. N squared minus 21n minus 760 is equal to 0. Factoring! Ah! I know, you're like, oh my goodness, she came up with a way to do more factoring. I know, isn't it so exciting? So an n and an n, I need to know numbers that make 760. Ooh, I don't know if I know that off the top of my head. 760, let's go divided by 10. No, that's not it. 760, let's divide by like 20 something. Oh, I'm close. 38 and 20, that would give me 18. That's not going to be what I want, though. What about divided by 18? 760 divided by... Ooh, 40 and 19. It's got to be my numbers here. And I need the 40 to be negative, 19 to be positive. So I get that negative 21 in there. So my two answers, n can either be 40 or n could be negative 19. That doesn't make sense, right? Can't have negative 19 terms. So my 40. So negative 760 is the sum for the first 40 terms in my series. I know, a lot of work, but it's not actually too bad. You plug in what you know, you find the sequence formula, and then you just solve like normal. Let's try one more problem, and then we got a story problem. All right, so I'm going to plug in what I know. I know it's 23, 25, and again, my formula that we have just learned. It's up here. Nope, this is not A sub n. That's S sub n. I don't know n, but I do know the first term. It's 1.50. I don't know A sub n yet. Gotta go find that. Okay, let's find our formula for A sub n, which would be, well, 1.5. We are decreasing by 0.05 each time. So n minus... Oh, not 1.5. What is Marsh doing? Marsh doesn't know what she's doing today. Negative 0.05 would be my slope. N minus 1, 1.50. There we go. Let's distribute in there. Oh, we're going to get a positive 0.05 and add that, so it's going to be 1.55. So that is my formula for this sequence. So I'm going to substitute that in. I need some room, so I'm going to kind of write a little smaller here. 1.50 minus 0.05 plus 1.55. I'm just making this so it's a little cleaner to look at. Let's do a little bit of simplifying in there. I'm going to get 1.50 plus 1.55 is 3.05 minus 0.05. Oh, there should be an n on that. Divided by 2. I'm going to simplify. I'm going to make that get a little simpler by dividing by 2 on both sides, just so I don't have as much to work with. 3.05 divided by 2 is 1.525, and 0.05 divided by 2 is 0.025n. Distribute my n, and then I'm going to move everybody to the other side. I'm going to get 0.025n squared minus 1.525n plus 23.25. Now you're probably thinking, Marsh, you're not expecting me to factor that, are you? Yes, I am. But we're going to first take out the number. So I'm going to divide everybody by the 0.025 because I'm betting that might make our lives a little easier. So if I divide everybody by the 0.025, I'm hoping I'm going to have a lot easier time to work with. The middle will give me 61, so this is the factored version or the simplified. I get minus 61n, and then 23.25 divided by 0.25. I get 930. Whoop, whoop. Okay. Now I need to factor that. 930. What could I do to 930? Ooh, 31 and 30. That's not terrible by any means. So I'm going to get n because it's a positive. So they're both going to be negative. 30 and 31. That's kind of strange. I'm getting the same. I'm getting two positives. Do they both work in the formula? You know what, guys? They both work in the formula. This series is very strange in which it kind of folds on itself. So like the 29th terms all added together is the same as the 32nd terms all added together. Really, really strange. So technically 2325 is the sum for the 30 first 30 terms and the first 31st terms. I know, really kind of weird, but nevertheless, it is the answers. Final example of the night. So a marching band is arranged in 7 rows. The first row has 2 band members. Each row after the first row has 2 more band members than the row before it. Write a rule for the number of band members in the nth row. Then find the total number of band members. All right, so we have 7 rows started out. I need to write the rule first though, right? So first row has 2 band members, and I'm adding 2 more band members each time a new row is created. So my slope is 2. And then it would be n minus 1 plus 2 because my first row has 2 people in it, right? Distribute in, that'd be 2n minus 2 plus 2, just 2n. So my summation notation from the first row to the 7th row, because that's what we want, right, is 2n. So I just need to use my formula that we've been using here. So S sub n equals, n is the number of terms I want, 7. First row has 2 people in it. The last row, 7 rows, so the 7th row has 14 people in it. And divide by 2. So 16 plus divided by 2 is 8. Answer is definitely 56 people in my band. And that is the end of this video. I will see you later, Savers.